everyone, and welcome to the commentary zone. As you enter the room, please don't forget, give us a little thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, the notification bell, tell a friend. Welcome, one and all. Wait, today's hump day, right? Happy hump day. Hold on. So on the docket today, we have Thousand Pound Sisters, season 7, episode 8. Her turkey gobbler's gone. Or goblet's gone, something like that. I don't know. This was, I am split on this episode as usual. I am so thrilled and happy for Tammy, like seriously making progress not only in her weight loss journey, but in her life journey. And her attitude this week was kind of okay. Like, I was happy until I had to encounter Amy. Jamal.
Sorry about that. I was on mute. Amy sucked. Like, that's all I can say. Like every time she came on the screen, she was a complete buzzkill. Of like, really? And like, let's just go back to it. So she's still mad. She's talking about like, Chris and men are bullying her. I'm like, where? Like, no, that didn't happen. You farted in that woman's face, and like Chris said, it smelled like something died. So I would talk about you too, if not punch you in the throat a couple times. And you can't fart in somebody's face and then get mad at them for saying something about it. Like, first of all, you didn't say excuse me, if I recall correctly.
Mm-hmm.
And Amanda had every right to say something. Like, you don't do that. Like, she just has no self-awareness, no class, no nothing. And her whining, like all this was, what all her siblings were whining about, Chris and Amanda being bullies, and and how no one's coming to her wedding if it's at a haunted, um, the haunted asylum or a haunted anything. I'm like, ma'am, how old are you? First of all, second of all, why is haunted a prerequisite? And here's the thing. Here's the thing. If you really want everyone to be there, you would make the adjustment. You want to get married someplace haunted to be edgy.
Mm-hmm.
You're not edgy. You're like pushing 40. Edgy is
It's
like 20 years ago.
juvenile.
Stop it. Yes.
It's very
And
juvenile. Oof.
you were trying to do this out of spite. You have a choice to make. At the end of the day, it's a choice.
Mm-hmm.
You do what you want to do as an adult. It's your right to do that. Not taking that away from you. Every right. Every right. But then B, you risk your family not being there. And I'm going to skip ahead a little bit to talk
Mm-hmm.
about the conversation between her and Tammy. When Tammy, I think Tammy came home, where she
Mm-hmm.
says, "Well, you have haunted dolls." She's all, "They're not haunted. There's no demons there. There's spirits. There's a
Mm-hmm.
difference." And I agree. I do agree with that because there is a difference between demons and spirits.
Mm-hmm.
And Amy just repeats it. The thing with Amy is, and she said this, and this is what she told it herself. Did you catch this part when she said, um, when Tammy said, I said I'm not going if it's someplace haunted. If
Mm-hmm.
it's not someplace haunted, I will attend. She's like, I want to attend. And Amy told herself, she said, all I hear is that you won't come. I'm like, you know what? Next,
Mm-hmm.
get her off the show. Next,
Yeah. I
get off my
mean,
screen.
but Tammy also mentioned something about like dark spirits. Like she's surrounded by dark spirits or something like that.
She
This
she thinks
is
she thinks she said she thinks that evil spirits has attached itself to Amy because she has no clue like where her sister went.
oof. Okay,
Amy
so
was
this is creeping.
insufferable.
This is creeping me out. Like how remember when they had those voodoo dolls a couple seasons back?
Hmm.
I'm not interested in this. Amy is just being a brat. She's not using
Hmm.
the 14% of her brain that actually works.
Alleged 14%, but go ahead.
No, they put it on the show and they said 14%. A certified doctor said 14% of her brain work. That's it. She has 14% brain function. She is obviously not using none of that 14%. This makes me believe that production told her this was going to be her season. And instead, she got hooked on weed, blew up like a Goodyear blimp, and got involved with a person that seems to be on substances and has addiction issues. And now she has them too. How they have not taken her children away from her, I do not know. Um, Now the way how she bad talks her family to Brian just irks me no end, because when all is said and done, they are the people that are vouching for you. They are the people who are rolling up on your ex-husband to kick his ass for you. They are the people who are taking care of your kids. They're the people who are bailing you out of jail. They're the people who are driving you to court, and they are the people who are keeping you on this show. So, how she could say what she said in this episode was beyond me. Um, Hold on, let's just say hi to everybody. Hi, little lady. Hi, Ryan Rounds. Hi, Wendy's Front Yard. Hi, Mange Observes. Let's see. Hello, Tracy. Let's not slap anybody because you'll ricochet right off of her. Um, she fully admitted that she hadn't even checked with the place. I knew she couldn't rent it out. Oh, geez. Again, more storyline for her that's just not working for me. Amy doesn't know the difference between demons and spirits as well, considering she's into that stuff. I think she's into that stuff if she thinks it'll be good TV, and she's not a good judge of good TV. Um,
No.
Hi, Lisa. I'm so proud of Tammy. She's done such great work on herself. Amy's just jealous. Yes, I think that's the
I
hint
mean,
there.
that they came out too. That jealousy came out real bad towards the end. I'm like, oh, this is how
Yeah.
you really feel. I'm like, wow.
Amy sat here on my TV screen the whole episode looking like a busted can of biscuits, bursting out of every garment she owns and complaining, complaining. She is, this is what she's focusing on, that stupid wedding, and the fact that the majority of her family is smaller than her now, and she used to be the smallest.
Right.
And I know y'all, some of y'all was talking about her supposed salad. Honestly, see, I don't eat ranch, so I thought she just put mayonnaise on it. And that's what she was eating off of that charger plate. I thought that that was gross and
That was a
disgusting.
platter. That was a dinner platter. Quit playing. That was a serving platter. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
But it was a lot, and it was a lot of white stuff on it. Like,
Oh, there was like it was like 2 to 1. It was a 2 to 1 ratio. 2 parts ranch to every part salad.
see, I would have never
That's
even
what I
thought about
saw.
ranch because I don't eat it. I just thought it was mayonnaise that she put all over that mess. And I was just like, oh God, that's gross. But yet Tammy took home some to eat. I don't blame her.
I would have too.
They do private tours, so maybe that's what she was gonna tell them she wanted to do and make it her wedding. I still wouldn't attend. You can't do a wedding during a private tour. That's just weird. And what are they gonna eat afterwards? Um, that sister died the day y'all said you wouldn't go to her wedding. Oh my god. Tammy has dolls, but they are not voodoo according to Tammy. But they were channeling spirits through them or something. I'm trying to remember what season it was. They were talk wasn't Amy talking to the other side through the dolls? I think that's what she was doing.
Oh, gotcha.
Correct me. There was something with dolls. Amy
Yes, I
thinks
do remember.
about 4% of a brain, not 14. Thank you, Lisa. Um, Chris drives them hours out of his way regularly to take her everywhere, but he's never there for you. Okay, girl. Yeah. Hi, avoiding eye contact.
I would really love to. This is one of the scenes I would love to have them have a nice little sit down, tell our reunion, and Amy said that bullshit to their face because the the mess that she was saying on this episode really irked me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because like she was just being downright disrespectful. I mean, her family does more for her, like than a lot of families would do for her. I mean, dead serious, dead serious. Like they can say a whole lot of things about Amy, but they never attack her on her parenting, which they could, and I think
Mm-hmm.
they might need to at some point. They always tell her you need to make better choices as you have children.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't understand how that's not being there for you. Like they literally have to drive across state lines to come get your kids because you got arrested because you were reckless. These are your decisions, and your family's constantly cleaning up after you, cleaning up after you. It was Amanda who was there to help you go clean out the bank account. You
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't have, you wouldn't have thought that on your own.
But Amanda was getting ready to fight Michael, remember?
Yeah, she's like, I wish you would touch me. Touch me.
Uh-huh. Amanda is their thug. When all is said and done, if you want Chris or Amanda behind, I want Amanda behind me because she going. What did she say when she picked up Tammy at to take her to the hospital? I'm usually cutting bitches, instead of her getting cut, she's cutting bitches. Like she is the thug of the family, and she really goes all out for these two youngest sisters because obviously they have. I don't want to say spoiled, but babied them. I think that's the better word.
Coddles, I think you're looking for.
Yes, they have coddled these two. Tammy because of her weight issues, and Amy because of that 4 to 14%.
And that's the fun.
And
That's just the funny thing. That's just the funny thing is though, is that when you look at just the context of this season alone and how much they've done for Amy, for her to just be talking about them this way, I don't care. Like if I have siblings, I don't have siblings. At the end of the day, if I had siblings and we aren't getting along for whatever reason, I would never sit on internet these good people's international cable and streaming services and tell the world that I don't have a family, they're never there for me, they don't do anything for me. I'm like, well, man, look what all that they've done for you just in this season. We don't have to go back. We don't have to go back to the beginning. We can just go back to this season alone. I'm looking
mm,
at you. I'm looking at her like they could be real foul and sue for custody of your kids that you really have not. This may be rude, but we have to call a thing a thing. They would have grounds to remove their children just based on what TLC has shown us.
yep.
And none of your family has said anything about that. Like I said, nothing about your parenting. They focus on the decisions that you make, and they're not good decisions for you or your children. But you want to sit there again, as you said, coddling, protecting, shielding. They've done all of these things for her, but she has another to up there on her face a ranch and to say, I don't have a family. Get out of here.
And what did Ryan say? Then she was threatening revenge on Tammy in her confessional at the end. Amy is unhinged. She needs to up her meds like Tammy told her. I wonder how much Brian is influencing this behavior. They use dolls to communicate with Caleb. Okay. Thank you, Wendy.
Here's
Um,
my thing. And who
season
okay,
five. Season
and
five. Okay.
who knows what kind of recreational pharmaceuticals they're taking along with her medication though. That's another thing I kind of have to think about as well.
Y'all giving the season numbers and everything. Okay. Thank you so much. You see, this is what the chat is for, to help me remember this stupid show. Oh, they were talking to Caleb, not Spirit. Well, yeah, well, never mind. Same thing. They 100% need to, but that's why she attacked Amanda physically a few seasons ago. Said they weren't helping with the kids. Do you think she has short term memory issues?
I mean, there could be some cognitive like decline there. Maybe it's possible, or some sort of developmental delay. But if we're gonna be completely honest here, like 100%, uh, she really got wacky after she had the children. If we're being completely like, she was
Mm-hmm.
quirky before. I'll give her that. She was like, I never saw her as unhinged, but ever since she's
Mm-hmm.
gone had the children, she's gained the weight back. She got a divorce. I mean, combine that with her getting pregnant too quickly after her surgeries, and like you're a single mom of what, two kids under three? Oh
Mm-hmm.
no, oh no. So she has had a lot on her plate, granted of her own doing, but there's a lot of things that play here for her.
I just don't think it makes for really good TV at all. I just don't. Like, it's almost like watching Cody. The delusion that comes out of her mouth is just ridiculous. I almost wish Misty would punch her in the throat at this point. And I noticed that Misty is not around her at all. Misty is still a bit aggravated at Amy and Brian, to be honest. And I think Amy is confused. Like, she's trying to make it seem that they're against her relationship, they're against the marriage, when in truth and fact, it's just all about the
The venue.
venue. They'll support her. Just don't get married there. And I think I've said this before. When you're getting married, you have to have it in a place where everyone feels welcome because you're inviting people to your wedding. So why are you going to have it in a place where people won't feel welcome? Like, she could have it down at the local catering hall and put up Halloween decorations. Like, wait, can Brittany go to that if Halloween decorations are up?
Mm, it
I
depends on
don't.
how devout you are, but I think certain religions do not. It's an absolute no.
Yeah. Well, maybe she can decorate with pumpkins. Pumpkins and fall foliage. There you go. And she could wear an orange wedding dress with black makeup, making it look goth.
Well, Sarah C said that they went to the meet and greet on Saturday, and she gained weight. Child.
Wait, what? Hold on. I think Amy and Tammy are still fighting. They unfollowed each other on IG and TikTok. No way. Wait, what else did I miss? Because I was so far behind. I went to
Yeah,
their meet and greet on Saturday. Amy looks like she gained weight. Shut up. Sarah, you went to the meet and greet. What was it like? What did they do? Did you have to pay? Um, Chris said Halloween is the devil's day, so they probably won't go. There you go.
that makes sense. That makes sense.
Um, if she's so concerned about marrying someone somewhere haunted, they should just elope and hold a reception somewhere else or on another day. If I missed any pertinent questions, just put them back in the chat because I just jumped down a lot. Um, no, she said on her YouTube and IG that she has toxoplasmosis due to her mother, such an infected cat litter while she was pregnant with her. She was born with the eye issues and is legally blind. Oh, so that's what's wrong with her. Oh my gosh. Wait, she eloped with Michael? Wait, what? So when she got married on the show, that wasn't their real marriage? Jamal, did you know this?
I had no clue.
Wendy, you think she's back up to 300 pounds? Holy fuck.
Sarah said they were all the same as on TV. They were pretty genuine. It was free if you pay for the autograph. I would probably pay for everybody's autograph. Like I would want a family autograph without Amy on it though. We cut her out.
I don't want none of their autographs.
I
Shit,
do.
I could write their names myself.
Shut up.
I don't
Stop
know.
it.
But let's get back to the meat and potatoes of this episode. Okay, this was a drive-by surgery if ever I have seen one. All of that shit that they did to her, all of the pounds of skin they took off of her, and she got out of the hospital in 3 days. And she was only up in Pittsburgh for a week and a half in total.
Hmm.
Miraculous. Miraculous.
For me, for some, I don't know why I feel like that she was there longer than what they're saying. 'Cause I thought that too. They all kind of took you for all that they did on you. Multiple surgeries at the same time.
It was a whole day of surgery, Jamal.
That's what I'm saying.
That was like, I, I, I don't know. I don't know anybody who's ever gone through this, but I couldn't believe she was moving her head. Maybe if I hadn't seen all of the graphic stuff, I'd have been like, okay, no problem. But like even here in this picture, and you're seeing like the tape on her neck, and you know that they
Hmm.
did the facelift with the cut behind the ears and everything. You've seen the swelling. Like when they took off that bandage, I'm like, aren't y'all being like a little rough for her? And then she turned
Right.
her head, and I was like, oh, you can do that? I, I was amazed. I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
And she was so tiny. And
Yep.
what amazed me, like, did they do anything to her legs?
No,
Okay,
no.
see, did you see like her legs like in the pants when she was
Now they
coming
look
home?
super big, but only the bottom, not the top. So she looks like Popeye.
Right.
She looks like Popeye now. She just looks like I can't wait till they start doing her legs.
Because I was looking at her, I'm like, your legs look like to me, her legs just look a lot smaller, like a lot smaller, and like they look like legs. It's just like she has she like does calf workouts every day, but that's okay. They gonna get to that. But she looked great, and her mobility, like she's like she said, she still rocks a little bit, but she doesn't
Hmm.
lean as much as she used to. And she like to see her walk, I'm like, damn, you're more mobile. You're no, you're now more mobile than Amy's mobile.
Hmm. What
And go ahead.
what killed me though was when the doctor was talking and like in a confession or something, and he was like, we asked Tammy for like pictures of her when she was a teenager so that we could kind of reconstruct her chin to what
Right.
it used to be. And they put up like about 4 or 5 pictures, and they're like, well, she never really had a chin to begin with, so we just gonna it
Yeah, we just a free roll, like free
yeah.
hands.
And I'm like, wait a minute. Every picture got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And I'm like, damn, they did you wrong in here. But like, that's crazy that this woman has never been like regular. She always been plus size. I'm so
Right.
happy for her. And it takes a lot for me to say that I'm happy for Tammy, but I am very happy for Tammy. Um, I am amazed at how quickly she got through this. Um, I love when she came home, everybody was waiting for her. I don't like those poppers that the two idiots had. I thought that was a little bit too much. Um, I can't believe that she got her drains out so quickly. Like, I thought drains are in for a week. I,
I think that just goes to show that she did a really good job on her overall like weight loss. I think because to me there seemed to be no complications that they lost like a scalpel for a hot minute and they had to do a count. Besides that, everything seemed to go smoothly. She looks great. But where's that comment go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go?
Wait, we have to
Uh,
highlight avoiding eye contact. She doesn't eat ranch either. Okay, never mind. I know you love ranch. I just feel like I'm always the only one. Which
anyway,
comment are you looking
okay.
for?
I found it. So Tracy says I disagree about her wedding. I say stand your ground if you want a Halloween wedding. It's your wedding, but accept the fact that your family just won't be there. Oh well, have a party after. Exactly.
But does anyone think that she actually wants a haunted house wedding? Let's just call a thing a thing.
I
Oh,
think it's
Ryan
more.
doesn't like ranch either.
I think it's more for
Yay!
shock value.
Yeah. But
To me,
again,
I
I
don't think
said
it's
last week, I think she's only focusing on the wedding part and not on the actual
right.
relationship marriage thing.
Exactly.
Um,
Little lady says they don't keep you in the hospital long these days. On the plastic surgery shows I've seen, they normally keep them in the hotel with the nurse. That makes sense.
yeah,
Okay.
but like that's like one procedure. This woman got operated on from her head to her undergirth.
And then Lisa says Amy showed her butt at the hospital when she left Tammy and went back home because her feelings got hurt. She
Hmm.
abandoned her sister when her sister needed her the most. And that's what Tammy was saying. She was like, yeah, you was mad at them, but you took it out on me. And he's like, no, I
Hmm.
didn't. She's like, yeah, you kind of just left me and I did nothing to you.
And Tammy does have some maturity because she was angry that Amanda wasn't there because, of course, the first person she wakes up and asks for is Amanda. But when Amanda came and told her, I was bone tired, she knew from before going into surgery that Amanda had worked, drove all night for 8 hours to come up there and get to her before the surgery. So she knew that. And Amanda told her that she waited, but she couldn't, like, that's a whole 20, no, more than
Yeah.
24 hours that she was awake.
And
So,
Amanda, in fairness to Amanda, sorry to cut you off, but in fairness to
mm-mm,
Amanda, she looked exhausted.
she did.
I was like, man, go
And
eat
you
something and
know,
go sleep.
I think she was holding up until she heard.
Amy,
No, 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 Amanda. Amanda was holding up until she heard that Tammy made it through the surgery and was okay.
right,
And then you saw her like visibly, like she'd done. She checked out. Like, I hope someone from production drove her back to the hotel because she shouldn't have been driving. But she had wore herself out. She was keeping
correct.
herself good until she heard that her sister got out of that surgery, and then she couldn't do it anymore. That was a lot. And she ain't young no more either. Amanda couldn't sleep because she was worrying about her during the surgery. Once she found out she was okay, the exhaustion hit her. And that's why I was kind of pissed when Amy said she should have slept like I did. But that shows me, like, when you put in sleep before your sister, you came up there to sleep. Like, what is wrong with this girl? She said, someone in the chat said, I think it was you, Ryan. Amy is saying that she gained weight because she stopped smoking pot. But in it the other way around? Like, you get the
Yes,
munchies?
1,000% the other way around.
Okay. All right. So I don't understand what she's saying.
I do want to touch on that conversation. So Amy and
Mm-hmm.
Tammy, right?
Mm-hmm.
What did you think about Amy telling her like I left because they were bullying me, picking on me, and Tammy said, "Well, you pick on me too." No, I don't. She loved,
Mm-hmm.
and then they showed that picture of like Tammy's in her head wrap, after surgery, and she put Gage
Mm-hmm.
or Glenn in
With
a
the
diaper on his head.
diaper.
So like
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at her like, see, this is no, yeah.
But
Amy's got my
Amy
nerves.
said that she did that to get back at her for the video that Tammy filmed while in the car going to the airport and she fell asleep. There's something wrong with her always falling asleep as well. That's not right. But Chris also said something during the show. He said, I think he was talking to Amanda, or Amanda said it. They were like, "This is how our family is. This is how we talk to each other. There's nothing new here." And it's true. I mean, a friendly greeting to them is, "Hi, bitch."
Right.
And if we go back to the farting scene, Amanda, like if you look at Amy, her eyes were shifting around like when a toddler is going to do a number two and they'll go behind a chair or behind the couch or something and sit down even though they have on their nappy, and
Hmm.
they'll do their business, but they'll look around first while they're behind. I used to watch my little cousins all the time. They were all the same. She knew she was letting go gas. She knew
Right.
it. Her eyes were shifting. And then, right before she did it, she kind of stopped. And then Amanda caught a whiff. And I think Chris caught a whiff, but he couldn't stop talking because he was talking to his mom, right?
Yes.
And he waited till after he got off the phone with the mother. But Amanda, like, she didn't even say it out loud. She was like kind of whispering, and she was like, "Oh my God, did you fart or something?" Like, say, "Excuse me." Or how about this? Go outside the room that the people are in, especially if they're on a call. Because 9 times out of 10, she lets hers rip and there's audio with it. I don't know. It's like, there's no, like, she was dragged up. She wasn't raised. Does she not have any manners? Like, there comes to a point where things are not funny anymore. And I've
Hmm.
had it with her and the farting and the belching and the looking filthy and all of that. I'm just done with it. She makes no sense to me. And I've sat here and I've tried to watch it season after season. She makes no sense to me. She's the worst thing about this show.
Yes.
She is the worst thing about this show. Hold on. The longer she is in the hospital, the more chances for infection and backsliding. Oh wow. She understood that the 18 hours, 10 of it driving, 8 hours to surgery. She just reached her breaking point. Yeah, and she was working before she left. It was just hard, and the emotional strain and everything. If she dies, they won't be able to say I didn't come. Once again, all about her and shade to Amanda and Misty. I remember that comment. So in such poor taste. In such poor taste. I'm just wondering, why did Amanda drive to Pennsylvania and not fly like everyone else? That's almost a 9-hour drive. Um, I Because she was the one who drove Tammy back, didn't she?
That's what it looked like in the scene.
But wait, her and Chris left,
I have a
and
question though.
then I think
Did
she
she
went
get?
back up to get her.
I have a question.
Mm.
Could it be because? Oh, well, could Tammy have flown back after her surgery, or did they have to? Did she have to drive? Was she okay to fly, or did they have to drive her back? Is that the
I
reason why Amanda
She
drove?
had to. I would have thought that they would have done better driving her, because I wouldn't want to do the pressurization and then depressurizing in an airplane with all of what was going on with her.
Right. So I'm thinking Amanda drove because Tammy couldn't fly back.
Right, but Amanda drove twice, because remember, her and Chris left Tammy at the hotel for another week.
Right. Right.
So she did that drive 4 times. Holy crap. Once Amanda heard that Tammy was out of surgery and okay, she hit a wall and she needed sleep. Yep. Or she was going to smack the dog piss out of him. She doesn't like to fly or couldn't afford the airfare. Oh, wow. Needed a car there. She drove that way. Chris didn't have to rent a car, depend upon location. But he had to rent a car because she didn't get there until after they got there. Right? Yeah, because she got there the morning of the surgery. isn't it?
Yes, like that early in the morning, right?
Yeah, yeah, because she was asking Amy if she had packed everything and if she want to repack it to make sure, and they were going to the hospital. Oh my God, I wouldn't mind Amanda's a sister until the next episode that she pissed me off. Semi squat while hiding. Yes. She purposely does it all the time. She thinks it's hilarious. It's not hilarious. It's just rude. Dogs do that too, Debbie. You can tell they're about to go. Yes, my dogs used to do that. Oh my God, I love it. But she flew when they went to Florida, and she flew when they went to London, which is a whole nother country. She even told Amy, who was scared to fly, that flying is nothing. Yeah, it's Amy that has the issue with flying, unless she's being paid by TLC. Um, I never quit medicating, and I've lost 200 pounds. Well, I'm sure you don't eat like Amy does, right? Oh my God.
Amy
I
just
think
Amy just eats whatever she wants to. There's no such thing as a diet with her.
and in too large of quantities. I think Amy's problem is that she doesn't have a good um dietary nutritional plan. It's just gross. But I was pleasantly surprised that she did get takeout because it looks a whole lot better than what she cooks in her kitchen. Amanda pissed me off saying Chris needed to give her things. The man is also tired and has a migraine. Yeah, well, look, that was the two of them, Amanda and Chris, handling the situation, a very stressful situation, vastly differently.
Right.
Um, and that, considering how this family behaves, I thought that was minimal. That was minimal of what could have happened. Um, Maybe she couldn't afford it then. She just bought a house after wasting money with the first man moving to Florida. Did she buy the house or did she rent it? I thought she said she got a studio. She thinks it's funny, no manners whatsoever. Correct. She thinks she's not like every other girl. She isn't. Hi, Starfire Titan. Welcome, welcome. If I haven't welcomed you already. Um, I think she really wants to get married in a haunted house and is infatuated with Halloween, maybe just to irritate Brittany. She named her children after horror characters. You know, if she hadn't have said that on the show, I wouldn't know who the fuck Glenn or Gage was. Actually, when she named one of them Gage, I thought she was talking about, you remember, what was it? I think it was it Chips? No. What was that show in the 70s in LA about the firehouse? One of the guys was Leroy and one of them was Gage or something, the firefighters.
I
Why am
don't
I?
remember that show.
Oh my God. Hold on. Or were they EMTs? Oh my Lord. 70s TV show about paramedics. Was it paramedics? Emergency! God, I'm aging myself. But wasn't one of them named Gage? That's what I thought it was. I don't watch horror shows. Thank you for reminding me. Another bonus scene was Amanda getting an
Oh,
apartment and said it was only big enough for her and sons need to find somewhere else to live. But you bring them big silverback
right.
boys up in everybody else's house. Okay. Deb, we see each other. Ooh, I love it. She
You gotta
passed that
skip down.
mess. Hmm?
You gotta skip down to Winnie's comment. Oof,
Oh Lord,
really,
Wendy's
Amy?
comment. Gage is it this one? Gage is the little boy?
Yeah.
Holy cow. What? You can't be serious. Oh my God. See, I ain't never watched that picture. Mm-mm. She got there early in the morning and slept for an hour and was at the hotel. Yes, my grandson. So obvious when He's ready to pull his pants. Yep. Emergency, Gage and Roy. There you go. I don't know why I thought Leroy. I named my cat Leroy. Gage and Roy. Oh my God. I feel old. I feel really, really old. But I used to watch that show. I loved it. I liked it better than Chips. But yeah, that's it. I don't think we have anything else to talk about. This show is an abomination.
Well, Amy's an abomination. Yeah, I said it because she just like her. Yeah, she just yeah no. Okay, yeah, we're done.
Here's why I said the show is an abomination. Because we sat here, and obviously, the primary topic of this episode was this woman overcoming this huge challenge, going through this huge surgery. It's the first of many. And we basically sat here and talked about Trash Box Amy and her farting and her delusion and her stupid wedding. She ruined the whole episode for me.
Yeah, same. No defense.
John Gage and Roy DeSoto. Oh, love it.
Oh, the
Uh,
wedding expo. That was hilarious.
I'm not even listening to that because the only two on there was the two guys at the end who was like, "Ooh, I wouldn't mind going to that." You know, the two little
Yeah.
event planners that were just getting on my nerves, but because it was making me laugh. But they were the only ones. That first girl that they went to,
She had me cracking the whole sorry. She's like, she looked at it like, what you talking about? I'm like, I'm
I
sorry.
know she couldn't
She had
let
me
people
dying.
in. She was like looking at them like, "Wait, what? Haunted? Wrong venue." uh Um, is there something wrong with Brian? Somebody said he looked like a turtle with a Hitler mustache.
Yeah.
She thought
She
everyone loved her
she did
ideas.
though. She was so excited that people were actually listening to her and were interested in her ideas and let her talk. I was like, they were just trying to calculate if talking to you worth their time and how much money they could possibly get out of you. That's all it was.
They must have been looking at her going, "This is what she looks like in real life." Oh my God. Can you imagine that wedding?
Oh yeah,
But,
when you said and Tammy Young, let it go, Elsa.
and tell me, let it go, Elsa. Yes, that was funny. But I was impressed with Tammy keeping her composure when Amy was making absolutely no sense in their conversation. And then getting up and removing herself from the situation to calm down. But Amy was not rational to talk to. The lady had a nervous laugh at the expo. She did. She did. She wouldn't have been old enough to remember that show like we were when you were showing your age. Oh, that's true. Emergency 911. Oh my gosh. I loved that show. I loved it. Anyway, y'all. Um, she asked if she was off her meds. I wonder what medication she is taking. We talked about everything except the actual outcome of Tammy's surgery, especially that she said in the hospital when they lifted the blanket, "Oh, yes! And she could see her pum pum." And poor Amanda. Amanda wanted to see and wasn't ready for seeing all of that was down
Right.
there. But I mean, she was happy that she could see her pum pum. I wonder when they're gonna do her breasts, her back, and I don't think they're gonna do anything to her legs. I think like you said, like if she gets on a bicycle and like does some work on that, maybe the legs will come down. Um First girl the wedding said that TLC edited the clips to make it look like she had a different reaction than she really did. She said that she has all the normal questions. Oh, okay. Same reaction Chris had to seeing his privates. Oh my God, his little dingaling. Child. Anyhow, Debbie, we're old. Yes. Well, I'm old. You might not be, but I'm old. I feel it every day. All right, so tomorrow we're doing roomies.
Yes.
I've got to work on that right now. So I'm going to take a break and then I'll come back here and we will do 1,000 pound roomies tomorrow, same bat time, same bat channel. Okay?
Yes.
Alrighty. So, guys, thank you for joining us today. Please like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend. And until we see you tomorrow, that's it for now.
Yep.
See you later, guys. Bye.
Bye.